Campfacer.
What's going on, guys? Campfacer here. Today I'm going to do a review and a kind of showing off of my latest haul on Blu-ray and DVDs I got in the past week. Just thought I'd show them off to you guys, the deals I got and where I found them. Pretty much just a quick little basic video. You guys know I game, I do movie reviews, horror movie stuff, all the good stuff. And I'm going to drink some iced coffee while we're talking and chatting. So, French vanilla from Dunkin' Donuts. Extra cream, extra sugar. I got done doing the yard yesterday. I rented a leaf blower. It took me 5 hours. My back is killing me, but it looks great. I'm ready for spring and summer. Anyways, let's get into this. First off, I found this used at Newberry Comics. The way I shop, I love physical media, by the way. I do digital too, but I'm all about collecting physical media. That's the way life should be. I'm never going to give up physical media. I'm disappointed that physical media is being put out by digital and online. It's disappointing. So I'm all about collecting the physical. And a lot of these movies I've seen before. I think there's a couple that I haven't No, I've seen all these ones, but I bought them anyways because I don't have them, or there was a collector edition. First off, I found this one at Newberry Comics in the used DVD section. Critters from the 80s. This movie, if you have not seen Critters, it's a must-watch. It's a little cheesy. The quality is going to be kind of like, it's definitely a straight-up 80s movie. They made a bunch of Critters movies. This is personally my favorite one. It's basically these aliens that come down and invade Earth. They're little fuzzballs. They shoot little needles out. Like, the hair isn't really hair. It's like these needles that have poison in them, I believe, that make you fall asleep. They roll around. Sorry, there's a truck going by. Always when I'm recording. I don't know if it's too windy for the microphone either, but whatever. This is, let me see, what year? This PG-13. New Line Cinema put it out. Let me see. I found this sucker for $2.99. I had to pick it up because I know I don't own this one. It's inside. But yeah, it's a must-watch. Had to collect it. Had to get it. Moving along. I found this sucker at a thrift store. I always check the thrift stores once a month at least to see, because what's cool about the thrift stores, like the places that people trade things in, used, people shop for used secondhand clothes, and they have movies, they have a little bit of everything. What's cool is once a month I go there, people are trading in movies all the time, and a lot of people own those hard to find old movies. So that's where it's better to shop than a retail store or a new place, you know what I mean? I know you can order this stuff online, but when you find it used for cheap, you feel like you just won a prize. In my case, I did. I found True Romance, all right? I haven't seen this movie in forever. And when I first saw it, when I was younger, it was awesome. I loved it. My friend Joe showed it to me. Thank you, Joe. I watched it again, twice, back to back, once again, and I forgot everything that happened in it, and I was blown away how awesome it was. Then I showed my wife the next morning. We watched it. Or the next evening, sorry. True Romance stars Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Brad Pitt, and Christopher Walken. Oh, and Morgan Freeman. I mean, no, not Morgan Freeman. Samuel L. Jackson has a small part in it, too. There's a huge cast in this film. This I scored for $1.99, you guys, and it's the collector edition. Friggin' hell yeah. It has the old fold-out. Look at that. I had to get that. When I found this, I was like, I can't believe somebody traded this in, and I got it for $1.99. Not a scratch on the disc, anything. You're not going to find this in the store. It's kind of hard to find. This movie basically is Christian Slater. He's single. A hooker hooks up with him. He doesn't know it. It's a setup, and he ends up falling in love. They both do with each other. They get into something where he goes back to get her stuff from the pimp because she was a hooker, and something bad happens. I'm not going to give anything away, but then they find something like drugs to sell, and they're like, hell yeah, and then they're gonna go and try to make a lot of money, but the police are involved, the mob that owns the drugs involved, and in the beginning, the pimp and his guys. It's a lot of sketchy. It's by Quentin Tarantino also. He wrote this film. This film, I'm telling you guys right now, it's a must watch. There's a lot of action in it. It's a badass thrill ride. You gotta see it. And if not, buy it. True romance. Moving along. Also at Newberry Comics, I just scored Hellraiser for $6. Okay? On DVD. I've seen this as a kid. I never bought the Hellraiser films. Maybe because they disturbed me so much as growing up as a kid. The gore. But this is the first one. This is by far the best one in my opinion. There's some good ones out there, but this one's great. Hellraiser, in a place between pleasure and pain, there is sensual experience beyond limits. And in a world between paradise and purgatory, there is a horror that feeds the souls of evil. Welcome to Singular Vision of Clive Barker and his landmark horror, Hellraiser. You guys know the Hellraiser cube. You do the cube certain ways and unlocks parts of hell, whether hooks come out of it and rip your skin off, or you got Pinhead and all the other, whatchamacallits. What do they call those guys from Hellraiser? Brain fart. Anyways, moving along. I did find Hatchet at FYE. This is the third one, part 3, Hatchet 3. The funny thing about me with Hatchet is I never usually do this, but I started out with Hatchet 2. Then I went to Victor Crowley, which is Hatchet 4. Then I went to Hatchet 1. And then for the longest time, haven't seen Hatchet 3, and I found it used. And I believe this was about $7 or $8. And on Blu-ray, and I finished out the series with Hatchet 3. So I went complete, like the worst way to go about watching a series of movies, you guys. But it was still fun, because in a way, starting out the way I started watching these, I kind of like dove into it like with mystery, like, well, why is this? But then later on I found out in Hatchet 1, I'm like, oh, so that's how such and such, you know? Hatchet stars Kane Hodder, which is Victor Crowley, the main killer in the swamp. What's cool about this film, all of them, is he's basically like an inbred, deformed woodsman. He loves his swampy, like his tools, his hatchet, his double-sided axe or whatever he uses throughout most of the films. He definitely doesn't hold back. He'll rip your teeth out. He'll take your head and rip it off. He'll stick it on a tree somewhere. It's super gory. I love the fun factor, the thrill ride of like, you know, once those people go in there looking for such and such in the swamps, they're not coming back alive. There's some funny scenes throughout the series. I want to say Victor Crowley, the latest one, was really good with Felissa Rose. I enjoyed that one a lot. There was some humor in it. But yeah, Kane Hodder does a fantastic job in Hatchet movies. He's perfect for the role. If you haven't seen it, you got to start watching Hatchet. I prefer watching part 1, 2, 3, and then 4, not the way I did it. So yeah, I had to pick that up. So yeah. And last but not least, this is a brand new movie, and I just realized it was out, but it's not a new movie. It's from the 1986. It's back, you guys remember back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a lot of skateboarding and BMX bike movies with storylines coming out around those times. Well, back in 1986, I grew up watching this particular film over and over and over. I rented it from our local VHS store probably over 100 times. I probably put them in business. They were probably going under, and because I was renting this movie, their business started jacking up. And back then, I don't know why I didn't just buy the damn thing, but I picked up Rad. If you guys don't remember Rad, or have you never seen Rad, it stars Bill Allen and Lori Loughlin. Lori Loughlin plays in Full House. You know, the woman that got basically in trouble lately with the law, trying to send her, she got her daughter into college, but she did it like illegally. She was paying somebody off to get her daughter into college. But Bill Allen and Lori Loughlin are in this, and they both BMX race. They ride bikes and freestyle and stuff. Bill Allen plays Crew Jones, and he's up against the Mongoose team, which is Bart Taylor and the Reynolds brothers, the twins. This movie has like classic film. Had a great soundtrack. If you were into BMX and like the horror, not the horror, the like Mongoose, GT, Diamondback, Dino, all the good old BMX bike companies, this was a movie for you guys to watch. I picked this up because it's a Blu-ray exclusive, Best Buy exclusive. It was about $24. You can't get it anywhere else besides, I think, Best Buy or online. And I know some company released about a year ago an exclusive 4K version of this movie for like $100, but I didn't get my hands on that one. I missed out. So when I saw this one come around, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm picking this up. It's got a bunch of special features on it. I still haven't opened it up because I was waiting to do an unboxing for this movie. But yeah, Rad. And that's basically it for today's video. I just thought I'd share this with you guys. I love movies. I really do. I love gaming. I love movies. I love horror, collectible, all this stuff. Just stuff. I love vlogging. I love talking to you guys. Anyways, I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Give this video a like. It helps YouTube recommend my videos to others out there. Without you guys, I wouldn't be anybody. I would just be a dude talking to a camera and just losing my mind. Please subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate it. And as always, campers, stay out of the woods.